Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Barn Burner here on wherever you're getting it, in your ears, in your face, on the YouTubes, Apple, Spotify, Googles. We're a presentation of Bet365. It's the world's largest sports betting platform. If you haven't already opened an account, yesterday would have been kind of maybe, I'm not sure what you did all day. But there's a huge range of markets. I'm not sure what they would be now.
Futures for next year.
Yeah.
You can bet on next year's Super Bowl. I saw that today.
Till then, download the app, use the promo code NATION when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And of course, look at this. It's the super chat. If you're in the YouTube chat and you put a few dollars down, we're going to get that message shown on the show and move the money over to the good folks at the Youth Centers of Calgary. Are you doing some, are you getting some off-camera info there?
No, I was thinking about putting something on the board, the whiteboard, but I
Does
can't.
it still say
Motivational messaging, something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here we are. I feel like there were a couple times last week we did shows where it's like, geez, kind of a bummer. Toronto Maple Leafs came in, kind of just took the zip out of everybody. Oh, well, Colorado kind of took the starch out of everybody. And then you come in this morning, and I didn't even have a rooting necessarily, didn't care yesterday what was going to happen. But still came away depressed and kind of let down from the old bold. I'd say less than a Super Bowl.
That was good.
Wasn't that super at all, I don't think. It was a bowl of some sort.
If you could just point some hatred towards the Chiefs, that was a Super Bowl. Because if you were sick and tired of Mahomes, Kelsey, and Taylor Swift, and the crazy officiating, and Andy Reid, and the three-peat, and all these BS wins they picked up against bad teams in the last drive of the game, it was a beautiful Super Bowl. Make it 5 quarters. Put on another 15 minutes.
Even then, wouldn't you have rather them lose in a heartbreak?
Nope. That was great.
They
looked like frauds, which was perfect.
There's no way. Even if you hated them, I don't know.
I do hate them, and these are my feelings.
You enjoyed that game.
It was awesome. I was fist pumping every drive they stalled out.
Every sack.
Honestly, like, my team plays in the AFC West. They haven't beat the Chiefs in like 5-6 years. Reds team gets knocked out every year by the Chiefs. We're sick and tired of the bleeping Chiefs. This was amazing because they got humiliated. They got embarrassed. They didn't hang around and, they're a really good team and they almost won 3. They got pumped. It was awesome. Now, I don't expect everyone feels that way, but for Bills fans, for Chargers.
Do you feel like, Red, you feel that way?
Wow.
It was a great game. It was awesome.
I spent the day at the rink because that's what I'm focused on kids hockey, right? Like my career path, coaching.
Everything else backseat.
But less enthused about the excitement of the game, but sharing Pinder's happiness in the dismantling and destroying of the Chiefs.
Yes, this was much better from my perspective than the Chiefs nearly winning 3. It embarrassed them. It pantsed them. It was the worst professional game Patrick Mahomes has ever played. It was amazing.
And I entertainment wise, no, I didn't like it, Dean. I did not. And I didn't watch it all. I watched the first half and it was over, and I went to the rink and didn't bother to check in after.
Yeah, that's all. I just feel like if you sat down with friends or whatever to watch the game and watch a football game, you didn't get one.
Yeah,
you got something.
If you were just, hey, like, what's, Aussie Nan's in town. She's, who are we barracking for, mate? And you're like, well, there's a green team and there's a red team.
Right.
And she's like, this is getting quite out of hand. Like, yeah, it was not good to the last. She went to bed banged up after halftime.
Yeah.
This was not a good to the last drop. They poured the Gatorade with 3 minutes left?
3 minutes.
But if you take joy from the knife being twisted on the Chiefs, this is a high watermark.
I don't even know if it was twisted. It was they
disemboweled them.
It was it was
and on many levels, it's the worst game Mahomes ever played.
Yeah.
It's the worst game of their season, if not 2. I don't know the last time we've seen them look this poor.
But I think it speaks to what Pinder said. They won a bunch of games this year, and even I'm not touting the Bills because I think watching the Eagles last night, the Bills would have got thumped too.
Bills were okay. They weren't a great team this year.
But
they were
would've-
solid.
The Eagles were good and ready, and they pounded on them. And I think the Chiefs phonied their way through it. And you respected them to a certain extent that they found ways to win. But they weren't the better team in a lot of those games this year.
It was frustrating watching them get like, oh, the Raiders miss a 30-something yarder to beat them. Of course they do. And, oh, that's not PI on the final play. Oh, but this is. And then another block kick against a bad team. It was the Jaguars that nearly beat them at the end, or Carolina. Like, they were so pedestrian, and at 13-1, it was mind-numbing. So,
and I don't think they make the
mean way. This felt good for me.
And I don't think they make the Super Bowl if they don't have home field advantage and have
they
that
got the
bye.
easiest path. The Bills was the only team that I think is actually pretty good that they played. Houston was like, don't think they're that good.
But that's just it. If they didn't have home field in the bye, they'd have had to play the Bills and the Ravens.
If they had to go to Baltimore, like, they're not here. That's how I feel about them.
Somebody in the chat said, go to the source. Jack, we go to you. How did you enjoy the game yesterday?
I'm kind of on your side, Boom. Like, the game was complete shit. Like, Kenny Pickett got in the football game.
I loved that. I almost called you, Jack.
I sent him a screenshot immediately.
That was so great. I'm so happy for you.
Oh, my God. I turned it off when I saw that. But the Chiefs were dominated. The Eagles' defensive line could not be stopped. What was it? 6 sacks. So good. They couldn't move the ball all game. It was boring. It was the worst Super Bowl I've ever
It was a terrible game. I will stand by that. I get that you want them to lose, but it was a horrible football game.
Yeah, and
as sports fans around the wherever globe, I guess, sit down with food and friends, and you've prepared for this, and then there is nothing to watch. Just in terms of that, I don't have the hatred. I wasn't really, like I say, I wasn't really cheering one way or the other. So for someone who was there, was just gonna let's watch a football game. Tough day for sure.
Yeah. No, you have to hate the Chiefs for that to be any good. Yes,
this is your one game that you watch a year, thinking, okay,
yeah,
well, this is the big game.
Sports.
But you go through the playoffs, there were a lot of snot bubbles.
Remember last year, the games were unbelievable. I think the last couple of years we've had tight playoff football games. Really good.
Overtimes
and last minute stuff. This year was not high
and the
drama.
Super Bowl had like a 20-year track record of just being a lot of blowouts. Like if you look from the late 70s into the mid 90s, like there's a lot of bad, not close games. And we've had a really nice run of 10 to 15 years where they have been close, and you get New England coming back down 28-3 to beat Atlanta. You have overtime last year between the Niners and the Chiefs. Like it's been a really nice run of Super Bowls. It used to be the running joke up here was like, the Super Bowl gets lots of viewers, but it's a blowout. The Grey Cup always delivers a more entertaining game. And that sort of changed the last 15, 20 years. The Super Bowls have actually been very tightly contested, but it used to be just snot bubblings every year.
Because you go back to wild card weekend, Houston 32-12 over the Chargers. That wasn't close. The Steelers got blown out by the Ravens. Buffalo hammered Denver. Philly really had very little trouble with Green Bay. And there was the Washington-Tampa Bay one that was close. Tampa Bay could have won that game, but it was not to be. And LA hammered Minnesota 27-9. Then it was Washington over Detroit. Detroit got late points. It didn't feel close at any point. That Eagles-Rams game, 28-22, it just felt more Eagles than anything else.
Rams had the ball with like a possession late, so at least that one was entertaining to the end.
Kansas City beat Houston 23-14. That one was kind of a letdown. And then Buffalo and then Buffalo over Baltimore 27-25. It's a good game there.
That was a banger.
And then the Eagles hammered the Commanders, and tough one for the Bills, which led to yesterday where we did not. So some stinkers along the way.
Yeah. Stinky postseason overall. It's a good point.
Yeah. But we love it and we miss it.
Worried about the best team not winning this year, though. I think that's pretty.
What was that? Sorry.
I think we don't have to worry about the wrong team winning it this year. That was far and away. You look at their body of work. The Eagles were dominant.
Oh.
Like they started 2-2, and they didn't lose a game that Jalen Hurts finished this year.
Yeah.
Since then,
Feel pretty happy for Saquon Barkley. You see him with his kid, the kids, and just everything. It's been quite a year, half a year, whatever it is, since he came on board with Philadelphia. I would guess for poor John Mara, I'm going to feel terrible.
Note for wealthy John Mara.
I'm going to feel just awful. I'm going to lose sleep if Saquon Barkley goes to Philadelphia. How do you feel? What if he lifts it?
What if he's a central figure in
Yeah.
Super Bowl run?
Yeah, record-setting performances along the way to the Eagles winning another Super Bowl.
I appreciated
player of the year.
Yeah,
I appreciated Arash last week telling me. I asked him the question, like, how do they screw these things up with all the money that's spent on this sport? Like, you feel like he's right. There's dummies everywhere running things. Like it's
look it up.
You don't have to pass a test. Like,
yeah.
Eagles look good.
The Eagles look good. That's the thing.
Smart people run that organization. That's the second Super Bowl for Laurier. You know, Nick Sirianni had the tough finish to last year after the incredible start. They look like they know what they're doing. They paid a running back. That looked like a good decision.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to, because you said doesn't matter who gets in there and plays against them. They're probably going to win.
They looked
with that
pretty hard to
performance
beat
yesterday. So I don't know if there's any shine being taken off of it because the Chiefs were so awful. Like I couldn't believe
they made them awful.
We were watching. And then have they not been over half? They've not been in the.
It was late in the
Jesus
third
Christ,
quarter.
It's the third quarter.
Yeah.
I wondered at the end of the end, just before halftime, when they got the ball back and Mahomes threw another pick or deep in their zone. I'm like, well, this could. Okay, here's their chance. If they go down, score a touchdown, get the ball back to start the second half, score, we may be touchdown Eagles. Sorry.
So good.
Yeah, it was quite a quite.
Jack alluded to it. Like when you can have Mahomes completely panicked and scrambling with no pressure, like just 4 guys on the D line. So that's 6 Chiefs there, 4 Eagles. Eagles are winning that battle. 4 linemen against the 5-0 lineman and a quarterback. Now you just drop everyone back. No one's open for Mahomes, and he was seeing ghosts all game after the first few drives. It was sack, no time. Everyone's covered. I'm screwed.
And on the other side, you watch, there was a Hurts highlight pack. It's like, he had some time. These guys just, okay, what are we going here? What are we going to do today? That old line.
Took too much time.
I mean, it was a good day for him. And you know what? He's had plenty of, just because he's kind of a quiet, soft-spoken guy. It's, God before everything, the whole thing. I don't know. When you think about the young, it's been a lot of Jaden Daniels and just young quarterbacks. Does anyone get excited about Jalen Hurts? He can run, but he's not a prolific runner. He can clearly throw it. He hit Smith with that long bomb, but I don't know that he's regarded as having this. He doesn't feel like an electric quarterback, but yet
top
he does
10,
a lot of the things
5.
that those quarterbacks do, right?
Yeah, he's a 5 to 10 quarterback on planet Earth. He's a franchise guy, and you can clearly win a Super Bowl with him. Legs are special. Didn't turn over the ball. Like he was
a soft-spoken guy.
The post-game interview, I'm like, this guy's got to be so excited. Top of the world. I mean, his dreams being actualized. Remember, it was Nick Foles, and it was the other guys on the last one. And we were happy with the outcomes. And
well, to that point, because
oh my God, no excitement. He's on the field. There's like
on the post game, they've got Tom Rinaldi is interviewing Sirianni, and they cut over to Aaron Andrews, who's got Jalen Hurts ready to go. And then they go on for another 2 minutes with Rinaldi. So Hurts just standing there waiting for, just let me know when coach is done. That's all right. Like, who does that? It's like, I'm out of here. Let me know when you're ready and I'll come back. Pretty cool story. Saquon, Eagles, Sirianni, Hurts. There's a lot of, if not redemption, but there's a lot of middle fingers to critics and haters from the side of the Eagles, I would think.
Who hated them?
Who the hell was hating in the critics?
This is what everyone said.
I guess when I say haters,
everyone thought they were a good team.
Hurts couldn't do it. It was Hurts is he's a system quarterback. That's what. Hey,
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I don't dive into the criticism of Jalen Hurts. I'm a Bills fan and but if people are actually talking that way, oh boy, you're working hard to find something to critique.
Because remember, even going back to college, he lost his spot to Tua, and then where did he go? Oklahoma or whatever it was. Sirianni is just an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's yelling at fans. He's dumb. He doesn't know what he's doing. But what a performance that was.
Dominant.
A little more of a fight back.
I don't know that it's was it Jalen? Are you talking about Hurts? Like, again, I only watched the first half, and I thought he was really good, but it just looked to me like that whole team was better.
Yeah, they
Like,
won at every position.
It wasn't Hurts putting anyone on his back and carrying him down the field and making it happen. It was like, I've got all the time in the world to make the passes I should make. I can give the ball to Barkley, and they're kind of stacking him up, but he's still getting a few yards. And our defense is absolutely crushing the other team's offense.
It was an MVP performance, though. It was.
Well, you have to give the MVP to someone who you're going to get. Like, you should give it to their defense. Actually, they deserve it more as a group. Like,
he made some big third down throws, but yeah, I don't think it was a game that was easy to find an MVP because everyone was so dominant. You could have gone to the D line, you could have gone to Cooper DeJean, you could have stayed with Hurts. Like, it was a lot of guys were dominant.
Kenny was good when he got.
Kenny was great.
Kenny was really good. Yeah, he was.
Jack's preseason.
Show me where he effed up. Show me where his mistakes.
He was perfect. Some might say.
Didn't see any errors for Kenny.
In the same way that it was a team win, that was a team loss on the other side. It's not as though the quarterback cost them. As a team, they were shit, right? Yeah. I don't know. It's an amazing kind of a spectacle.
Xavier Worthy needs some plays. Otherwise, gross.
One team had probably the best day they could have against a team that had the worst day they could have. Pretty amazing. I was surprised at the end there when they were taking the knees that Hurts and Barkley didn't come back out for the kneel downs. They let Gainwell and Kenny Pickett take the.
I'll bet you it was their decision.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it wouldn't have been the coach. Coach probably said, "You guys want it," and they're like, "If they're fine with it, it's."
I did like it here. When Pickett takes the final knee, he just kind of stands back up and looks around. So now what happens? What do we do here? I've never had a fucking kneel down win. I don't know. Now what happens? Oh, there's confetti. Well, this is pretty cool. This is
college. People used to run over to me after these, but I feel like I'm going to be alone.
Yeah, I saw somebody on social media this morning. Patrick Mahomes, he may have been the 6th best quarterback in the building last night. I mean, Hurts is pretty good. Hey, Pickett didn't make a mistake. Tom Brady was there. Did you see his watch? It's like Peyton Manning. So funny. Those commercials were great. They just kind of rattled off all these other quarterbacks who were better than Mahomes yesterday. That's a sobering one for them. You can just kind of shrug it off and say, oh, we'll be back. But they know what their season was like, that it wasn't dominant. And to take that kind of that's embarrassing.
Does it not soil, but obviously they've been so good for so long. And the conversation was turning to, is he the best ever? Does that put a bit of a.
Well, it's going to take some time. Tom went a decade between Super Bowls. Like he got a couple early, like 2 or 3 early, and then it took forever to get back. But I mean, he's still tracking with Tom at the same age. But yeah, that would have been the one that says, wow, like he's now quite a bit ahead of him. But no, I mean, look, they're probably, is Kelsey done? Is he retiring? They clearly have some money to spend on the offense.
Yeah,
that's the case. The receivers, it was just plug and play guys that weren't Rashee Rice. I don't know.
Comment coming in just talking about Peyton Manning, his Broncos when they got beat.
Yeah,
it happens. Some great quarterbacks have.
Christ, was that boring? That game.
That game was boring.
I remember when Gruden went to Tampa, didn't they absolutely decimate the Raiders in the final? Because Gruden was previously with the Raiders, and every single practice all year, all he did was run these Raiders plays that ended up running in the Super Bowl, and the boys were all over it.
No Frank Seravalli today. I thought drunk would just be my Eagles guy. We knew he was going to New Orleans, but was also
all from a lamppost. Thoughts and prayers.
But he was also flying out the same night, didn't he say? Didn't need a hotel? Wasn't that his story?
Yeah, flying back.
Don't need him. Just
gotta get back to Philly to party.
But apparently, it's not a hangover or drunken stupor. He's working. He's on his way to Montreal.
It could be both.
Yeah, you can travel hungover. I've done that a fair amount.
As Greg Millen called it on Saturday night, the Four Nation, the whatever thing it is. What did he the nation whatever it is? It's right. It was right before I laughed out loud, and then a goal went in. Maybe we can find that. So Greg's pretty excited for it. We're pretty excited for it. It is Four Nation whatever week here with the show. We're pumped for it.
Week 1 of 2.
The Flames started early, the bastards.
Yeah. With time
Their
off,
week,
you mean?
the week off, the time off. They
about 7 minutes early. Yeah.
Opening statements, a presentation of. Oh, you know what? Before we go any further, and we'll put a little bit of a bow on the Super Bowl. I actually went out for Super Bowl. You guys would be proud.
What?
Yeah.
You went out? You left your house?
Mm-hmm. It was cold, eh?
It's cold today. Couldn't go.
I looked before. It feels chilly. Minus 27. No. Anywho, did go to a little get together yesterday, and everybody felt this kind of same. Game would have been nice. Right near the end, I was like, "Look, there's a diving dogs competition on TSN. Do you guys want to watch the diving dogs?" Like, maybe. We could, I guess, watch the end of this. But as I think I had mentioned last week, we had kind of set you up. Hey, Bonton mates, if you're hosting, if you're doing something for Super Bowl, and you know what happened? I inspire many people, as you guys know.
Yeah,
I'm an inspiring guy.
You're inspirational.
I inspired myself.
Oh wow!
But I was going to say, sometimes when you go somewhere and you order something and something's missing in the pack,
kind of shrug. You're like,
oh, geez, I didn't get my. Or are you going to go back or worry about it? I'm not setting the table for anything here, but man, I ordered some beef ribs and some pork ribs and potato salad and meat pies. I got the whole schmear, and I got this in there as well. Well, wait a minute. I didn't order these tomahawk steaks. What are these?
Took them back and dropped, right?
Anyways, sorry, you got my order wrong here. I'll give these back to you.
Well, I investigated to see what the story was, of course.
What's the story?
There's 3 of them, Pinder.
There's actually 4. One's a double.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. One's kind of a doubled up there.
Dropping them off?
No.
Our house?
In tomorrow.
Pinder's and mine?
Got a fridge here in studio. Just bring them in.
No. This was actually kind of teed up as this one's going to hurt Warner. This one's going to hurt. So you can see there, it's the tomahawk with the small bone red. A lot of people for the display, they want the big long bone. Well, You don't need to have it. You just kind of slice her off, and so that's the tomahawk. What do you think of the marbling there, Rhett?
I love the marbling.
Pretty good, eh?
Fan of it.
I've dealt with the small bone a lot, so.
Hey! Whoa! Zing! Yeah. So thank you to Greg at Bonton.
Wow.
Are you saying you shared those with your duster friends at your Super Bowl party? Oh, okay.
I am not saying that.
You haven't cooked them yet, have you?
No, sir.
You can bring them in.
Are you
perfect?
But there's 4, so there's 4 of us. Are you sure? Was there a note that said, "Here you go, Dean," or what did it say?
Said to the barber.
Sometimes I've got stuff where I'm supposed to give it to you guys, and I just don't.
No, I know that happens. I've been actually told about that. Hey, did Rhett get you those? This is the first I'm hearing of this.
The Pinder drop off those 2 flats of what?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, what'd you think of the? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to.
So when are you eating those? Did you cook them? Or you got pictures of it?
He's hosting a 4 Nations final party. And,
yes. Red wine and beef.
The nation thingy. What have you?
This was the message. I'm kind of pulling your leg a little bit. Ribs are cooking. There's extra bacon in the potato salad.
Oh.
And there's a little something in there for you to have some fun with Warner.
With Warner.
Sorry, coming over.
Oh, I see.
Also, it's great. Bonton Beats, 28 Crowfoot Circle, 24 consecutive years. Southern Alberta's Consumer's Choice Award winner for best meat in deli. That's not bragging if it's true, right?
Well, for 28 years in a row, yeah.
Because I was in there, it's like, yeah, it's every bloody. That's pretty.
Did you say 24?
24. That's right. Right there.
So just a quarter century of
just a Buffalo Sabres Robin Regeer jersey.
Yeah, it's a sign. Bonton Meats. So now, so when you're having your 4 Nation whatever parties, Bonton Meats.
Also, birthday parties and Friday nights, Valentine's.
Yeah.
Yep. Hump Day, Wednesdays.
The equinox. Also the
Family Day.
leap year day, whatever that is.
That was wasn't that last year we had that day? Like last year was the leap year.
We get more in the loss of the 29th this year, though, right, Rhett? Since we don't get the 29th.
That could be, I was going to say, be a bit of a wait now if we're waiting for the other deal. Time for opening statements for McLeod Law, our good friends at McLeod Law. In life, things can go sideways. Or in life, sometimes you just need legal help, assistance, advice. Either way, it's McLeod Law, McLeod-law.com. They're the very best. They are proud of those Calgary roots that they've established, long-standing client relationships. They get this city, they get the people in it, and they are here to make this city and everybody in it just a little bit better.
Like that.
McLeod-law.com, because you will. It's like, what's you have a lawyer? Do you need a lawyer? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But the thing is, if you don't, you do.
Now you know a guy.
Now you know a guy. You know a guy in the business. Flames 3-2 loss in overtime on Saturday. What did we make of this match?
This is not the finish I was anticipating when after 40 minutes I left the
They were on the plane.
Drinky conference hall.
Is that what happened, Rhett? They kind of tucked in for the night?
I actually believe that. I actually think it was, let's get this win. Okay, we're up to nothing. Let's just put it to bed. What time's the flight? Do we have everything packed? I think they're they forgot they had to finish it.
So I remember hearing on the broadcast that they had not lost a game. They've had a 2-goal lead in all year.
Yeah.
And there was 7 minutes left. They're up 2-0. And you're like, well, okay.
Yeah.
This should be pretty tucked in. It's also Seattle, who, if you're not paying attention, aren't good. That's a really, really, really bad loss.
I think it might hurt. I'm worried. It's easy to say, but I'm worried that point is
Well, you look to the schedule when they get back. They got a 6-game road trip from hell. They come home for 3 against good teams, then go out for another 4 games. Like it's
Vancouver's
that's a game we're going to
way.
look back at and be like, how do we not tuck those in? They get 1, but still, now you're 3 back in Vancouver with a way harder schedule coming out of the break.
Could you because I trust your judgment and your vibe on those sorts of things because most times they're right. When you talk about it hurting, like do you think that can linger till after the break?
I just mean you do have a tough schedule coming ahead, but I think it's an 82-game schedule. The games you win, you don't worry about. You did well in the games you won, right? Like you did what you can. You got your points.
Yeah.
When you give up a point like that in a tight run, can you make it up? Maybe. But now I think that point's going to be important. I think the 2 duds in St. Louis were important. And it's easy to pinpoint any loss and say, well, it's the same as an October loss as a February. And it is. But there's just certain games that you're like, well, that's a point you needed.
They've lost 6-8 too. And that's
Yes.
a 4th loss in a row, albeit one where they get a point. So
matter.
It's more the trend. You could have been feeling good heading into the break, and you're like, especially the nature of the goals. Like the Huberdeau turnover is just egregious. That is horrible.
Like the Flames weren't great. Joey Decord was not under siege or being tested at all. Really,
both teams were on their way to vacation.
They really were. And then Soloviev has a couple of chances to get a puck out, and it just kind of goes off a leg. It's loose in front. Okay, it's 2-1. And then, I don't know. It's Huberdeau. You can't make that play.
No,
up the wall. He's safe. You're protecting a lead. That's just
read the scoreboard. That's not the time to get cute. Inside your own line, turning it over.
And then in overtime, Weegar with that cross check, which is it's more the penalty. Everyone looks Frost takes a penalty. Well, it's barely. I don't know what happened. I was really kind of stunned because it was on and I was doing stuff and I was watching. It's like 2-0. All right.
Yeah.
How did you guys lose this one? I'm with you because the ones in St. Louis, you go in thinking, okay, well you should. This one, where you were with 10 minutes left.
And to be fair, I think St. Louis is a better team, right?
Yeah, it was. You were 50 minutes into this, and you should not have lost it. If Huska's had any sleep since, I'd be shocked. Because
it can also, I mean, it's hard to know what's going to happen with a break. Like, it could be much needed after that loss and the way they've played, right? Like maybe the gas tanks, they're getting low. Maybe this is a great thing, this break. Problem is, when they come out of it, it is murderer's row.
Yeah, you start with San Jose, but then it's the toughest road trip of the whole season, bar none. It's not close.
You beat San Jose, and I don't know that San Jose is a benefit at that point because you're coming off of a lot, right? Like, you've been off that long. Like they might be as sharp and as into it as you guys, as the Flames are.
I don't think there's any team the Flames cannot try against and win. Like, it's just not overwhelming talent that they have. It has to be work ethic and structure and goaltending. But again, I think you're probably happier to see the Sharks and the Oilers there, right? Like, it's not a great team, but yeah, you're gonna have to show them work. You don't, especially if you lose to Seattle, like, not better than anyone here.
No.
Well, and you've put yourself coming out of a break into an almost must-win situation.
Kind of feels like it when you look at the roadie. It's the top team in the NHL in the Capitals. It's 3 cup contenders, not named the Capitals, in Tampa, Florida, Carolina. It's Philly, which will be interesting because, you're a couple weeks out from that trade, but not a great team. And then it's Dallas on the way home, which isn't anywhere near these other places they've been. They go old Southeast Division up to Philly and then down to Texas before they get home.
Well, it just goes to show you don't mess with chemistry when things are going well. Conroy goes out and has to make. That's what I've been saying all year. You can't
be making these trades.
You gotta let the guy.
Nobody does it.
I'm being cheeky.
Correct. You are being cheeky. What are you doing?
Because they added guys and they have scoring punch. And what are they? 1-4. Like, they beat Seattle on a Sunday since that trade. That's it.
I still look at that as just
I like the players. I don't.
It's bigger than.
I think the trade is what you do. It has nothing to do with you want to add young players. They did that. It reminds you that adding one good middle six player really, I mean, not nearly as important as that one more save you could get a night.
Yeah, to me, this is like buying winter tires in spring when they're on sale. You don't need them now.
No,
but it was a good price, and it'll be good for me down the road. Kind of.
Yeah, you got them on sale. That's great.
Just kind of looking at this, like you say, was it 5 of 7 now? The wins that they've had. So they beat the Ducks. Just the last time they played a good team and won would have been, I guess, the Wild, which isn't that long ago.
We were in Jasper, and they were full points that night. They were great.
They beat the Wild. And the week prior to that, they beat the Jets. But since then, it's been a loss to the Jets. The Caps beat the Ducks.
Okay. The Wolf beat the Jets.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I know if you're looking at the losses, like, Wolf's just been okay. He hasn't been elite. And that's what this team is when they don't get elite goaltending. Newsflash. This is not the roster that's got them in the playoff spots. It's elite goaltending.
Did Solovyov do anything to...
I mean, Dean referenced the tough play at the end, but I think there's something to be said for a big stabilizing presence in the top 4 on the left side.
I mean, it's his first game. There's going to be nerves. You don't judge anybody on their.
I'd keep him there for a bit.
He's still young.
You don't judge. You judge everything.
No, I just because I said he made a mistake there. I mean, yeah, he made a mistake, but it's
otherwise.
No, I know, but I'm not talking about the one mistake. I'm talking about overall. What'd you think? Nothing.
Seattle was they were nothing. I don't even know how you
kind of. The problem with Solovyov is that he's not supposed to be anything.
Yeah, if you don't notice him, he's having a good game. So I'd say he did have a good game until the miscue.
Yeah, it was fine. But that's the thing. How we've talked a lot. The defense has been better than we thought, and you can't just pin it on Bahl. But you lose one quality guy out of your 6 when you have 3 of them. Then that it's not. You're going to miss Bahl when he's number 3 on that depth chart. So the defense has been not as strong. Thus, the goaltending has not been as strong. And maybe even if the defensive play was as good as it had been, maybe the goaltending play would be down anyway. The two combined, though, have really made this team kind of an easy team to play against.
Oh, yeah.
They don't score, guys.
They haven't scored
4 goals once in a game this month. Like, sorry, they still can't score.
Yeah.
They added 2 guys that can score, and they still can't score. And look, you got stuck at 2, a third goal, you get a win there.
That's all I was thinking. Because then I went back and just kind of watched little bits here and there. It's like you had chances to make it 3-0 or 2-0 when it was still 1-0. Then the Kadri goal. You know what I mean? You had opportunities. They weren't great A's necessarily. But Wolf makes that glove save on Kakko, late first period. Then he's got the save right off the start and the power play in the third off of Tanev. He made some plays. There was was it Tolvanen who was kind of coming across to his left, and he comes across and makes that glove save. Wolf was the better of the 2 goalies on the night. Somehow.
Wolf is probably the best player. You feel for him. It's a couple poor D-zone plays.
But between knowing a break was coming and maybe it's been the schedule, they look like a team that needs, or is at least is ready for some.
Hope the sunburns are okay, fellas.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing all right down
Lots
there.
of aloe vera, right?
My ties and what are you going with, Dean? What's that?
Like a pina colada?
Yeah, like where are we? Is the Mexico just somewhere down there?
It might be the Caribbean. They've got far enough to go to.
Yeah, long enough. It's not a tight turn. The sugary drinks just get you.
Well, Dean, your last move was just the huge thing of ice and then just vodka.
Yeah, you just keep pouring vodka on your ice. The ice melts. It's like a little vodka press,
If you're in tequila territory too.
Hey.
Oh, tequila
Not a big fan of the Mai Tai.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I'm with you. I'm going tequila sodas all day.
Yeah, margaritas.
Maybe I love pina coladas.
Do you like pina coladas?
I like a pina colada.
So the standings are going to be the standings for the next 2 weeks. Nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
Is Conroy going to get it? Is this something we should dig into? Should we do a deep dive?
Well, I'll say this. They're going to look different when they get back because I think you'll see Kevin Bahl back. I think you'll see.
I still don't like it. The D has played very well this year. Losing Bahl is obviously hurt, but I think there's some. The proof is in the pudding, and it's time to address the issue.
Okay.
Address the issue.
So, which road are you going down here? Which one are you taking this time? Is this the
side of the fences
trade and get better, or selling it worse?
I think that you can trade without do the same sort of trade where you get a defenseman that's
snow tires.
Yeah, snow tires in spring.
Okay,
that sort of deal.
Great price. It's not for today. It's for down the road.
It's not going to hurt us today.
Nope.
Still put them on. Yeah, they're still tires.
They're tires. Yeah. You can run. You can operate with them.
Okay.
Or sell.
Yeah, there it is. There's the other side.
Yeah. Or just put it up on blocks. Take the rims right off.
Yep.
We're parting this sucker out.
They're 5 out of a top 10 pick, and they're 3 out of the final playoff spot.
And they've played poorly enough where you can see what Pinder's been bitching about all year.
2-5-1 in their last 8.
The one thing is, it'd be quite the discussion if you had some UFAs or you had guys that other teams were calling for.
It's just
can't imagine
that's your big decision.
I'm sure teams, hey, this Connor Zary guy you got, is he any good? I'm sure there's maybe those types of calls, but you're not making those trades.
No,
there's not. I don't know what kind of work there will be for Conroy if he's not looking for.
I love the idea of Cousins, and it's been brought up, but there's no way they can get him. They don't have the assets.
For Buffalo? I'm sorry. Like, what's the deal look like?
That's what I said.
If it's just
I like him. I'm saying I would like a Dylan Cousins in this lineup. I think.
Give me a 23-year-old redshirt center, absolutely, with skills. Yeah.
You can't get him.
No, almost impossible.
It's weird that his name's been out there as long as it has been.
And I don't think anyone said they're shopping him so much as you're just looking around at Buffalo saying, okay, this GM feels like he's on his last legs. Like he's got to do something here. And what is this something he does that he can do? So you need someone that's got value, that's coveted by other teams, but you also don't want to just strip your best players. I kind of feel like he might not be having any conversations on Cousins at all. Everyone's just saying it. Like it could be, maybe Tuck makes more sense to trade because he's an older guy. Maybe they feel like they need some leadership coming in. Like, I don't know. Buffalo, I don't think there's a clear, here's what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think, and you could be talking right to their face, and they would tell you the same. We don't know what we're going to do.
What a
Have you
job
watched
to
this the
have,
last
eh?
20
When you
years? We
could,
don't know what we're doing. Yeah.
that is a great position to be in, where you can actually just, I don't know. GM of an NHL. I'm not sure what direction we're going.
You can't figure us out because we don't even know.
I can't give you an answer because I don't know what that, and not that I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't know which direction I'm going more than what I'm doing.
It could be like our Ask Me at Christmas thing. Well, we're just going to let it play out for a little bit. We'll see what happens. Call me in the new year. We'll see where we're at.
Yeah.
Hey man, happy New Year. So, what's up? Guys are just getting back off a Christmas break. We got a road trip coming up here. We just want to get out on the road. We'll get back probably at the end of the month. We'll know.
That Four Nations thing.
Once we get back, by the time that 2-week break hits, we're gonna have a real good appreciation for what we are.
Yeah.
Hey man, what's going on? Deadline. So hard to know. We're gonna have a few games there before the deadline when we get back from the Four Nations. Really get a sense for where we're at. You could just keep doing that, I suppose. I bet, and I think some do.
I'm sure.
I feel like the Flames are in that spot in a way. If you're calling asking about Kadri or Coleman or
our team's calling about them. Sorry. Do you believe that teams are like our?
I think Rasmus they are. I think that's but Connie said I'm not doing it. And you're like, well, of course you're not. But Gretzky got traded, and let's talk about a real trade.
Well, if you lose 4 out of 6 on that road trip,
the road trip ends on the 6th. The trade deadline's the 7th. You said it last week, Dino. They're going to set up shop in Dallas for the trade deadline. If you get absolutely slaughtered on that road trip, I think you could see a pivot from the we're not taking calls on Kadri, Coleman, and Anderson position that's been publicly stated pretty loudly from the Flames front office.
And you know what I think some of that is too. And I am sometimes I am a little critical. It's like, don't take too much of what you hear in the media, because the guys say stuff to say stuff. To me, that whole thing, we're not taking any calls. That just feels like Conroy wants to get off the phone.
It just keeps it quiet
with Elliott or Frank or whoever.
Well, it also means we don't need a circus like we had last year.
Yeah.
This
Conroy
last year was insane. We don't need that. Even if I'm talking about it, I'm telling you I'm not, just because I don't need the circus.
Yeah.
I did the circus last year.
And what's that, Red? He talks too much?
Well, he doesn't want to get stuck. Sometimes, Connie's too honest.
Whoops, I gave you my pin. Damn it.
Did I give you my ATM pin?
No, like we love a middle 6 guy. Speaking of 6, 6'4", 6'4". Yeah. So anyway, my pin. Oh shoot!
Oh damn it! That's my credit card pin.
Now my mother's maiden name happened to be.
Craig should come on our show because he's not doing anything.
He's got to be bored stiff. Get him on here.
Yeah, we've reached out. We've planted the seed there.
Who the hell's we? Jack? Because he ain't answering Jack.
Yeah,
he doesn't like you. So
come on, Jack. Jack and Connie are tight.
That true, Jack?
Big no, not true.
You still sound sick. Are you all right, bud?
He's awful.
I'm still a little sick. I don't know what's going on.
Brutal.
What's going on?
Take some ivermectin,
man.
Doesn't go to
ivermectin
drop
in you.
once. And he's
cleared up.
Dusted for 10 days.
Well, I was saying last week on Afterburner when Jack was going through all the things that he's going through. It's like, oh, Boomer's a bully. I'm like, I'm not a bully. I'm trying to help this guy. He's got a roommate that's moving out on him. He's sick. He's losing money on internet CIS tickets. He's selling gear for 1% of what it's worth. Just needs some guidance.
Should be a life coach, Dean.
I should be.
Take Jack under your wing.
Hey, you got empty rooms in that house yet? They'll be coming up soon.
Not yet.
Roommate Jack?
Keep waiting for some room. Hey, well, you know what? You'd be better than the ones I got living here now. So maybe we could put you on a couch or something. Do you do dishes?
Deal. Yeah, I can do dishes.
He doesn't at the studio. He's got 18 mugs in the sink right now.
Yeah.
Pick one.
I feel I can't confirm because I've not been there in a while. I think between Pinder and Jack right now, we've got a full-time tenant just sleeping at the studio. Somebody's just living there full-time between the two of them.
Jack's woken up a few times here. I've been seeing some logins on my DAZN account here for Red Zone on Sundays. Like, whoa, somebody had a night.
Is that true, Jack?
Yeah, it happened a couple times.
Well,
one in the loop.
One in the loop.
Yeah.
Why Uber home for $70?
Why?
Crash on the couch. I got coffee
see,
in the morning.
Uber
That's
home.
smart.
I'm gonna Uber home for 70 and then drive back here? No.
That's
he
advice
saves
that
that
your life
$70.
coach would give you. I
And
would.
then it was that $70. He buys fake tickets to the Croach
Yeah,
House.
he
that's
gives
right.
us
How it
an
works.
online scam.
Oh, Jack. You know, at this rate, I'll just throw it out there. You know what? You're not going to win the $1 million with Service Credit Union
Oh, Jack, come on.
because you're not saving money. You're not being a very good saver right now. We got to get you to be a saver.
Still got time.
Service Credit Union. It's the big share contest. It's back. It's in full swing. It's already rolling. In fact, the contest ends April 30th, 2025. Anyone can enter to win the million with Service just by becoming a member and start to save with Service Credit Union. Every $500 save gives you 5 entries into the big share contest. There's a skill test required. For rules, visit service.ca/win. Set up your paycheck for automatic deposit into your Service account to earn bonus entries. Double your entries when you invest in a registered account like a TFSA or RRSP. Maybe a high yield savings account, Jack. That would get you some entries.
High yield.
Yield. That website one more time, service.ca/win for the Service Big Share contest.
They had the Service Credit Union right across from the rink in bustling and booming Alex, Alberta, population 700 and something.
And rink food?
Oh, sensational. Went chicken fingers and fries pregame twice, rink burger for the ride home, breakfast sandwich for the morning games. Excellent concession. Incredibly cold rink. The gates sometimes lined up with the boards. A lot of seating, but you want a authentic, old-time rural Alberta hockey vibe. Alex, Alberta.
Yeah.
Doesn't a rink burger sound great right now, Dino?
So good right now.
Ham in there.
So good. A bacon cheeseburger from a rink right now.
Just like, I'm just putting some of the oil in. I'm going to heat up the deep fryers. Oh, yeah.
Now, while we're talking about being hungry, what was the conclusion on our heads, tails pizza bet?
Oh, dear.
How did that work out for us?
You guys owe me money. Fax me.
And heads is still due, man. Still due.
Right.
Dean,
Because I had said tails never fails.
Yeah.
But then I got peer pressured. And
well, I was supposed to
peer pressured us, you jerk. If you knew that.
Mm.
So no pizza today, Jack?
No.
Damn.
How much did we lose there, Rat?
$5 each.
5 each?
$5.
You're not saving, Jack.
You're not going to win that millie, Jack. You're just not
No.
at this rate. I don't know what to say.
Shoot.
It's not great. Not great. Let's do the Pinder Report. It's a Monday edition. It's been a busy sports weekend. I can only imagine that we are chock full of quality sporting content. It's all I can just imagine that we're filled to the brim with quality sports. No end of sports out there. The demo sales event continues. Limited inventory of 2024s. The pre-owned blowout continues. They've got lots. I was saying last week, they've got a lot of pre-owned, and that's their goal. They want to have a lot of pre-owned vehicles. But beyond that, their bigger goal, their bigger want and desire in life is that you would have one of them.
Please, for you.
So go buy. It's like, I know you love your used cars, your pre-owns, but is there any chance I could talk you out of one of them maybe? For you, today, and only because it's you. Sit down, mister. Let's have a coffee and let's work things out. Let's haggle. Village Honda, located in the Northwest Auto Mall and online, villagehonda.com presents
Pinder
Report.
Head over to FlamesNation.ca, fellas, where we are officially into the nation. The guy that said don't trade Jacob Markstrom doesn't know what it's called. Good company, man. Lots of questions. Ryan Pike has your answers, including Flames could be targeting if it's not a Dylan Cousins.
What?
Best formation of this lineup. What do we know about injuries? All kinds of stuff like that. They're off till the 23rd. Today's the 10th, Dean.
23rd.
Yes, that's right.
Who gets that kind of time off?
Us in the summer. That's about it.
I was going to say, and then they get the summer off too.
They do get off the summer. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. This
Some of them
NHL, it's a good gig.
You can get it.
Yeah.
Competitive.
Heck of a gig.
West wildcard looks like this for the next couple of weeks. Games wrapped up yesterday with a pair. See, Ovi had 3 helpers yesterday.
Yeah.
Fellas, give it to you.
He does it all.
Give it back. It's called a give and go.
That's right.
We're teaching the kids give and go yesterday. It's like,
Were you?
that's what Ovi's looking for.
Yeah. He is looking for that.
Get it back.
3 back of the Canucks are the Flames. They actually will host the Canucks after that mammoth road trip back here in
12
Calgary.
back of the Oilers.
Okay. No,
Go get it.
12 back.
Knocking on the door.
Yeah, shaking in their boots up there for sure.
Going to be some must-win games coming up, though, if that's going to be the case for the Flames.
21 back of Winnipeg.
That feels a little further fetched. Yeah, now that you frame it that way. I will say this. Canucks have been quite good while the Flames have struggled here.
Don't say it, Ryan. You don't have to tell people. Focus on our positives. Not
But what didn't Demko get hurt again?
He did, but they still won. And
My
so
goodness.
all of a sudden it's win, 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 overtime loss, loss, win, win, win. That's their last 7 or 8.
They got out of the Miller business.
They did. And Miller's been better. Rangers have been better. Canucks have been better. Pettersson, a real nice setup on the goal on Saturday, although he's statistically still pretty quiet.
for 11 plus.
0.6. Yeah.
Pick them up.
East wild card's going to be fun, fellas. There's a lot of teams vying for just 2 wild cards. Ottawa,
Brett, you had a point there. You were disappointed.
Well, I wonder if we should save it because there's F all to talk about this week.
Yeah.
So the
So
problem. Wait, I'm going to put it on my whiteboard.
Good. Yeah.
Good. Warner's whiteboard actually exists. I like this.
Back to me, Dean.
Back to your-
The
sorry,
Eastern Conference standings
Back in.
should be a better race than 2 teams for 1 spot. How about 6 teams for 2 spots?
It's an incredible
Ottawa
race,
holds a
Harry.
wild card. Detroit holds a wild card. Columbus has been an incredible story. They're a point out. Boston a point out. Rangers starting to heat up after that miserable first half of the year. They're 3 out. And even the Islanders are starting to play well.
Go away,
and
Islanders.
creeping back into the race.
Put the Bruins in the dumpster and just take it out to the trash because they done. That's my prediction.
I'd love them to miss. It would be quite wonderful.
I want to see Cam Neely snap.
Ryan has a lot of the
and leave.
And
Ryan has the
Marchand-
Schadenfreude in on today.
Yeah. With the
I don't know.
AFC West
The Chiefs and
hell
the
yeah.
Bruins. It's a lot
Yeah.
of he's taking a lot of pleasure from other people's misfortunes.
Yeah, all we need is a McDavid injury at the Four Nations.
Oh, jeez. My good Ryan, take it back. Yeah.
Sorry, I take that back. Kind of.
Remember
Let's
when this guy, which one? This guy was like TJ Brody needs to break his leg or whatever you said that. Not nice.
I said that?
Yes.
Right.
Wow.
Come on.
Pull your pants up, bro.
His pants were too big
Oh, yeah.
and he was making
Pants up.
mistakes. And
And who was right?
He didn't need to break his leg.
well, I don't
so
know that he
you're
needed to break
wrong.
his leg. His pants were probably too big.
He looked fat. Let's go to some Flames history. It was on this day in 1993.
3.
3.
That's
Jeff
Reese.
Reese.
Attaboy, Reese.
9.
Apple in a 13-1 spanking of the Sharks.
Oof.
Wow.
That's going to be
It was
Wolf
a tough
coming out of
season for
break,
the Sharks
Jason.
that season.
Yeah, it was a tough year. I don't think they had a road win.
How'd they get one?
Good question, Jeff.
Shut the
Jeff!
door, Reese.
Somewhere in there, whoever's good. Well, I scored, guys. I'm the only one that got a goal, so
I was -4, but I'm on the board.
I know what the rest of you guys are doing.
Garpenlov.
This is a good one. We like Braden Pahal because he's a good Sasker-ret.
Mhm.
He's physical, not
Yeah.
afraid of shedding the mitts.
Mm.
He's been a rock solid right side of the third pair guy. Heart and
Yep.
soul, eh? Well, he got into it with
Shifley.
Shifley a few minutes ago.
Joke, man. Are you flipping kidding me? You high stick me in the flipping face, you flipping dummy. Like, you're a flipping joke. He doesn't swear, eh?
I thought I heard that. So he curses at Scheifele, who catches him with a high stick. And Scheifele starts doing the flippins. And he immediately jumps in. He catches it right away. He's quick.
Because it's kind of a note thing that Scheifele's not doesn't use curse words.
That's
so good on Bahl for leaning into it.
You know what? You guys should maybe take some Scheifele advice. He does very well in his life, and you guys are failing, and maybe you should not stop swearing.
You could be flipping right.
Yeah.
Flip off. Right?
Flipping's hard, though.
Flipping's so bad.
I feel like you can do friggin'. And it's, you know how to use the F word. You're just choosing not to. Frickin' is all right. Flipping's
pretty church.
Flipping's pretty soft.
He immediately is right back at it.
You guys are so hard from the mean streets of.
You're a flippin' dummy.
Red always does this. He's like, we're swearing too much, and then he'll get all steamed, and he just goes on a tirade and unleashes F-bombs. Tony, I told you.
Thanks a lot, dickhead. That one came out on Friday. I enjoed that one.
Thanks, Red.
You did like that one, didn't you?
I did.
Like a good.
Well, when was the World Cup? Well, it was it. Oh, thanks, dickhead.
We go to the 1996 World Cup. Yeah, but when was it? It was in 1996. Yeah, thanks, dickhead.
Yeah, thanks, dickhead.
Was that Dregs? Dregs like that too.
He did like it.
Can we Jack, can you write a note that we can probably save this? Probably still on the internet somewhere.
I'll put it on my whiteboard.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that'll get it done. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to see Nation International 4 thingy, the Crosby. And look at these lines. McDavid, Marner, Reinhardt. That's some skill. Crosby, McKinnon, Stone. Oh, I like that. Point, Jarvis, Marchand. Okay. Seravalli, Hagel, Bennett. There's some nasty on that line. Pairs, Taves, Makar, Morrissey, Parayko, Theodore, and Doughty. Konechny not practicing. Sandheim skating is a 7.
Stay in your hotel room, Konechny. Don't get everybody sick.
Yeah, seriously. Get the nebulizer sent to them immediately, right?
Disease bag.
Now, that might not get you too juiced, but Power Play 1 probably will. Here's what they'll be rolling out if you take a minor against this team. Makar on the point. David Reinhardt, McKinnon across the middle. Crosby net front.
Is that the best utilization for
second unit's pretty good. But the first one really is all the glory. It really is.
Sid in front?
Yeah, I do. I want the power grinder in front of the net. Tipping pucks. Passing around. Reinhardt's the 60-goal guy last year.
Who's coaching this team?
Who's coaching this team?
Yeah, he's pretty good, that guy.
Big Coop?
Yeah, it's Coop.
Koopa Loop.
Remember that orangutan that used to make playoff picks on TSN? He could coach this team. That's kind of the vibe I got.
Yeah.
When you look at the lineup.
It's like Arash said. Any putz could go coach this. There's no test.
Right? I hear the odds for the tournament, which will start on Wednesday, by the way. Actually, the schedule we got first. Let's show you the schedule. Why not, eh? So you can plan your week, Dean. Canada, Sweden, Wednesday. U.S., Finland, Thursday. Doubleheader Saturday. And then into the final games on Monday. There will not be a third-place game. There'll be a final next Thursday. A lot there. Yada, yada, yada. Here's who we think is going to win.
Are there only 4 teams at this thing?
That is what the 4 nations are.
That's not a very big schedule. It's like they're only. Where's the rest of the teams?
Round robin and a final. It's just like the tournament that your U11 hockey players.
Like, yeah, I was going to say, are we in Alex? What is going on?
Yeah, no, this is in Thorsby. Yeah.
I'll bet you Alex has better food than the rinks they're playing in.
Well, Montreal, they got those hot dogs. Rat. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Is there a food specialty in Boston? Like, do they have chowder, Dman?
We were
doing
there.
some rolls.
That was not at the rink, though, was it? That was at what's his
name?
name?
But they would have them there.
At 2 a.m.
Yeah, they would have them there for sure.
Okay. There are your odds. Plus 140 for Canada, plus 150 for the Americans. Sweden, long shot. Finland, way longer. They have lost 3 defensemen off the original lineup.
Oh, no.
They didn't have 3 D-men to lose. There's guys I haven't heard of in this tournament now.
Zutalor.
Yeah.
Are we surprised I just would have thought it would be the Americans who would have been.
Well, I just think the star power carries you. Who's better than McKinnon and McDavid on Earth?
Well, if you did any sort of frickin' Pinder report, you'd have every team's lineup for us. But
we
apparently
do have the
it's
other
much to ask.
lineups. But now that they're practicing later today, rather than guess at the lines, we could just wait till they actually.
I don't care about the lines. I just want the lineup so I could.
Okay. Sorry,
The rosters, yeah.
We do have 2 weeks. I mean, there's no games tomorrow. Save something.
Do some homework.
Do a deep dive on the Kachuk brothers, who looks more like Keith on tomorrow's show. Okay.
Keith, like post-career or during? Because you
What's
don't want to look
what's
like
the difference?
Post.
Don't steal the content. That's
aside from age. What would the difference be?
This is the show tomorrow. You're ruining the show tomorrow.
Mm.
Jack was really excited about the Super Bowl rep because somehow, some way, Jameis Winston found a way to be on camera for the whole fucking week in the Big Easy. You knew it was time for the game when everyone in New Orleans was sick of Jameis Winston. This is worse than me and Jasper. This is bad.
See, I think this is how you need to use Jameis Winston. There's too many picks on the field. He was serving drinks and eating beignets and playing the cowbell. He was right at home.
Jack, I need a Jameis Winston.
Every time I opened my phone on social media, he was doing something insane.
It's the algorithm.
Oh yeah,
he owned the whole weekend.
Like Fox said, "Hey, we'd like to get you to do some content when you're in."
Yeah,
they got their money's worth. That poor bastard. It felt like he must have been shooting content from 6 a.m. till midnight every day of Super Bowl week.
Yep.
He's asking questions at media day. He's dancing. He was right pedaling one of those pedal things, singing.
Jameis knows that his career is not in football; it's in
post. You saw what Tom Brady's broadcasting contract was with Fox. He's like,
I'm
what
better
am I doing throwing a football? I could talk all day.
Yeah, I don't know if you could put him in the booth. That's what you need him to do: dance around and play music and have fun.
I don't need him to do anything, and I'm not going to watch any of his BS.
You and Jack both. And you thought when the game started that would have been it, but nope, they still found a way to have Jameis mic'd up during the game.
They're saying AJ Brown did my celebration.
Are you serious?
Bro, can I just give you a celebration suggestion? A celebration. Can I help you with your celebration? Yeah. All right. I know at family reunions we talk about a cha-cha slide. I want you to slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross and eat a W and walk off that thing. I got you. Oh, he did it! Right. Oh my God! I told him. I told him to do that celebration.
For real?
Yes. Slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross. I told him to eat a W. He ain't eat a W yet, but I know if they win, he gonna eat a W. Oh my gosh. Oh,
yeah, we're full. We're full till what is it? 200 days till football. Can we make it 300 till we deal with Jameis again, Jack?
That's Jameis and comedian Bert Kreischer.
Yes, who is a funny man.
Doing it up there. I'm happy to see Jameis is having a good time. I know Rhett's not enjoying it.
Yeah, he's gonna.
So you enjoy people jumping around like ass hats and putting on a
me.
show.
I do this and it drives you nuts. Jameis
yes,
does it.
Exactly. Pinder does it. Worst human in the world.
Well, if I was doing a show with Jameis for
you'd be sick.
years,
yeah, you'd be
sick. Tired of Jameis
exactly.
as well. Right.
So quit promoting Jameis's BS.
Jameis, back to you.
Thanks, Bert. The game happened. The line was won, but we should have known because Jay Kuda always knows. And Jay Kuda, before the game, told us,
wow,
every time this century in the Super Bowl, one team traveling east, one west, the team traveling west is won. This year, the Chiefs are traveling east and the Eagles are traveling west. It was going to be Eagles all day.
That's crazy.
Now, again, sometimes
it's true.
Teams don't travel east. It's Jay Kuda. It's always true. Come on. So, see the check mark?
Like, did he omit some potentially that were there?
Like he says, only the games where one travels east and one west. Every matchup this century, the team going west has won.
But we're just assuming, and like we see 09, that 10, 11, 12, it didn't happen. Maybe it did happen, but it didn't.
Because if you're in Miami, you wouldn't have someone traveling.
No, I'm just saying maybe because if I were going to do a graphic or something, I would assume that people aren't going to fact check me as much as look at it and say, wow, that's pretty crazy.
Also, it's Jay Cuda.
Aren't you a
little respect
for details?
Jay Cuda.
It is Jay Cuda. I'm a fan.
I mean, if it's a stranger, sure. But Jay Cuda, I believe it.
You're right. Sorry, Jay.
It's our first
So
of
you
two.
love Jameis Winston, but F. Jay Cuda.
No, I love them both. I love them both.
Okay.
I take it back.
Do you guys see someone wearing Travis Kelce's jersey that really wasn't playing football like Travis Kelce?
Oh, hey.
It's your boy, team.
Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Didn't go well.
I'll tell you what, the whole AI and what they could do is you're really taking double takes. It's like, what? Oh, okay. That's not right.
You know, the Chiefs ruined a lot of people's nights. A lot of people, including Dean,
They sure did.
were picking the Chiefs. You said we were both getting rings tonight.
Because that was the rumor, right?
Yes. If that was the case, I'm sure people would be distracted. They look distracted.
Was he going to get on bended knee on the field and propose to
Retire, marry the billionaire pop star, walk home with another championship.
Did he actually
you.
lose?
Will you marry me? No prenup. What was the last part? Don't worry about it. Sign here. Did you say yes? Now sign here.
Once you've signed, you can kiss me.
I've got Peter Klein from McLeod Law right here. Quick, sign this.
I'm witnessing this. You are waiving the right to a prenup.
Okay. Well, T's and P's to both those guys then, if that's the case.
Boy, tough day for both of them. Also, an incredibly tough day for your boy, Rhett, Drake. He and Mahomes just took it in the teeth all day.
Yeah. AB.
Antonio Brown is crazy. CT ESPN. But he's got this AI working hard. Overdrive.
Do you think he crafted that himself?
He's either working hard at employing people to do it or he's doing it himself.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't care. It's on his account. That's his branding. A tough one for them. Drake and the Chiefs both had tough days. It's true.
Well, I feel like for a lot of us, we're just taking other people's word for it that Drake was dissed or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's true. If you weren't up to speed on the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, there was about 1,000 kill shots yesterday after he won all the Grammys for his kill shot song. So it was now, Drake can't watch tennis anymore either. That's one of the new things he can't do. Because, of course, Serena Williams, who he pursued heavily, and she continued to say, go away, Drake, was dancing at Kendrick's halftime show.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Again, most people, it's
now, because I'm guessing I know the answer. But did you watch the halftime show?
I did.
Did you enjoy it?
It was okay. I think I'm not a huge Kendrick guy. Like, I respect that he's very good, but it didn't seem like he played a lot of the hits so much as he made a lot of statements, which
isn't his hits a lot of things that you couldn't say on?
He just doesn't say the words. Yeah. Like he did the whole diss song. He had the crowd yell pedophile rather than him say it about Drake.
Jack, what did you think of Kendrick?
I thought it was horrible.
It was a hard okay for me.
But it just wasn't entertaining. Like the Super Bowl halftime needs some dancers and give me Shakira. There's just nothing exciting.
It showed up and I got excited, but then it just kind of went back to more of the prior.
I just take I defer because it's not for me. There was no way I was going to like it because I don't.
A lot of people felt old, is I think the consensus.
I don't know any of what's happening out there, so for me to have an opinion wouldn't be fair. I did read this morning that iTunes and the streaming through the roof for all Kendrick Lamar stuff.
Yeah,
he's a monster.
There was a lot of political statements and shots of Drake. And as for the entertainment value for the Commodores,
that's what you're looking for in a halftime show.
That's right.
Works for Apple. They bought it, and the streams are up. To Dean's point, so I don't know. Yeah. I don't think it worked for a lot of people.
I love that that's your take on it. Well, it worked for Apple, so it's good.
They buy it. It's their deal. They do what they want. They could have run Taylor out there if they wanted. I think more people would have liked that, to be fair. She's too busy waiting to get proposed to.
Would you say, I'm not disputing Apple's business acumen.
Yeah.
Or decision making. Would you think that halftime show was the right move for most fans?
No, and I thought it was an odd one.
That's the point I'm making, Ryan. I'm not
questioning. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. But yeah. It was an odd choice because usually they go very mainstream, and if you're not into hip hop, Kendrick Lamar is not something you just hear.
And isn't Kendrick a certain like that? You need to like a certain type of hip hop.
Yes,
you could probably have a hip hop artist.
Well,
Snoop and Ray were unbelievable.
Yes,
it's very current. They used to roll like 70-year-olds out there, and all of a sudden they're like really, really current. Which like even the Dr. Dre and Snoop, like they're in their 50s when they're on stage. Yeah. They're not 25, right? This is a very odd decision for them. I agree with that.
Yeah.
The shoveler, actually, I should have just sent you the message. She said, I would rather have Janet Jackson's teat than this.
I'm absolutely in favor of that as well.
I said, those are great teats.
It's a great call. You married well?
I remember I was watching that live. This is obviously before the days of
628 Madison Ave.
I was like, did her boob just come out?
It's not a boobie.
People I'm watching it, they're like, what are you talking about? I could have sworn that he did something and like you saw her boob. I don't think so.
Wardrobe malfunction.
Then of course the next day, Janet Jackson, the wardrobe malfunction with Timberlake. Because I knew it.
Yeah.
I know boobs. I know boobs when I see them.
Big fan.
And I saw a boob. I'm a huge fan. Shapes and sizes. Some might say I'm a boob guy.
All need love. The problem with Patrick Mahomes, potentially, because we saw Travis Kelce, someone else is wearing his jersey. Maybe it was Patrick Mac Jones, not Patrick Mahomes.
Never thought of that.
Mac Jones really sucks. And
never thought
the
of
guy
that.
wearing 15 last night also really sucked. Now time for another Jay Cuda banger. What do you got, Jay?
Love Jay Cuda.
Mahomes.
Never a bad word about Jay Cuda.
When Tom Brady's playing in Super Bowls, Mahomes 0-1. When Tom Brady's announcing, Mahomes 0-1. When Tom Brady is not involved in the Super Bowl, 3-0. He's got a Tom Brady problem.
This guy's a deep thinker.
He is. Look at him.
Jay Cuda's got bangers. Are you going to refute this one, Dean? You're going to question
I'm not.
Jay Cuda's credibility now?
Talk Cuda again.
You watch your ass, Dean.
I would never doubt Jay Cuda.
Thank you.
His word is gospel.
And if you like that, you're going to love the Seinfeld Twitter account because they seem to find a lovely parallel between Mahomes and, there's the cooked Kramer.
Yeah. The internet is really...
Memes were flying.
The internet is just something else.
Somebody wasn't impressed with Mahomes and Kelce so much that he asked AI to put them in CFL jerseys. Just happened to be they showed up for the stamps.
Come on.
Nice. We'll take them.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would help the team. I like Vernon Adams, but, two good quarterbacks better than one, right?
Healthy competition, Ryan. Healthy competition.
They got to work on their sponsorship. I'm not sure any of those products on those jerseys, those sponsors.
AI,
Not sure what we got there.
It's just
Nick
Foles had to weigh in because, we almost forgot he existed. And it was a good day to remind people. It's really cool that Tom Brady got to be there for the Eagles' 2 Super Bowl wins. He might be a good luck charm. Have a great night.
Just catching strays for some. It's Tom Brady.
And this was going so viral. Look, when I screenshot it, the repost quotes and bookmarks, it's just
flying
like a freaking VLT.
I'll say this about social media. It's something to be on when something like a Super Bowl is happening because everything is it's 100 miles an hour to see the takes and the things that people are
so good.
Yeah.
So you don't watch the game, you actually just
That's right. Yeah.
Well, last night there was no reason to watch that.
That's a good point,
game. Yeah,
the memes were better than the game.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett, congrats to you, Jack. You called it. He's a Super Bowl champion, like we all knew.
Was
when you
that
told
on
us last year?
365? That would have been a hell of a.
Did he win the MVP, Jack? What was the story with Kenny?
No, I think he had 3 rushes for -4 yards. The amount of texts that I got when this guy entered the game was ridiculous.
Yeah. You were right.
Thanks, I'm fucking watching. I know he's in the game.
People are reminding you of your take in the preseason last year. He's a great quarterback. He probably won a Super Bowl with this guy.
Someday.
He's QB1, man.
Yeah. Who was out there at the end of the game taking the knee for the victory?
Yeah.
Kenny flipping Pickett.
The flipping Eagles offense was unbelievable in the postseason. It wasn't just last night. And some of the numbers that they piled up over the postseason, 145 points, 70
plus 70.
Plus 70 points differential. You can have a good year in a regular season and not get the plus 70. That's incredible. They blew the doors off people.
Congrats to the Eagles, man. Congrats.
SLS.
GL says, yep.
They were trying to do that in Louisiana too, but whatever they put in the drinks there.
E-A-G-E-L, Eagles! Michael, we're going to work on a spelling lesson for the Eagle fans, man. That's the second time publicly this week I've heard it spelled wrong.
Can we have it one more time, please? That's a great.
E-A-G-E-L, Eagles!
Yeah! Hell yeah! Michael.
We're going to work on a spelling lesson for the Eagle fans, man. That's the second time publicly this week I've heard it spelled wrong.
Good on Strahan for paying attention.
We got to work on it.
Yeah. These Eagles fans.
Now, you know they're going to handle us well in Philadelphia. They've had winning teams. They've done this recently. They're not going to overreact.
I'm on a new level.
No.
Yeah, that's Philly. They're climbing the street poles, doing chin-ups, tearing down light posts, marching them down to City Hall.
In the event the Flames were to win a championship, there may be some struggle there as well with some spelling potentially. F-L-E-M-A-E-S. We'll know in a few months.
Right. Yeah, we should have the answer on that very soon. You love animals, Dean. We love you. So today we bring you a full animal edition of the Pinder Report. We start with, we know moose are big, right?
Yes.
But like how big? Oh, that big. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Jeez. See the truck? The beginning of the clip? Look at the size of that behemoth. What a legend.
I'd like a little one. Like as a house pet? Little guy?
Yeah. I guess if you keep him fed, you got a marsh nearby, he's probably happy, eh?
A mini mammoth and a mini moose. Hey, Retro?
It looks like a mammoth to me. That thing's big.
How would it compare in size to a hippo, you figure? Take it to McMahon Stadium.
I think hippo's got a lot on it.
Well, this hippo had a little interaction with the security at the zoo. Trying to climb out of his cage. Security had to smack him upside the face a few times. Bang.
Oh. Don't do it.
Oh, my God.
Back in there.
Hey.
Bubba, back in.
Don't hit me.
Ooh.
I'll give you another one. Got to get back in there.
I just need to stretch.
Bang. Oh.
Listen to the. Oh! Settle down, lady. Oh, hey.
Another one. Stop that.
I hope he gets him now. I'm on Team Hippo.
Yeah, he's like, I know I can get out. I'll see.
All right, fine.
Put away those slapper hands. Let's go to Australia. We love Australia. Right?
Well,
couple is still reeling after 102
2 red-belly black snakes were pulled from their backyard. Initially, the residents thought they were dealing with just 6 of the venomous creatures, with the mega nest find amazing even seasoned snake handlers. Hallie Donaldson was there.
They have uncovered the mega nest in this Sydney home. I'm here with snake wrangler extraordinaire Corey. Corey, what did you guys have to remove from this home?
So yeah, we were called to remove four adult snakes, and yeah, we ended up with 102 red-bellied black snakes.
And are they dangerous?
They are highly venomous. The only time they are dangerous though is if you do muck about with them.
I've got a few of them here in a little safe protective container, but can we have a look inside your chop tin? That is snakes alive. Does this set a new record, Corey?
As far as I know, yes.
And what were they doing? Why was there this mega nest?
So the females normally congregate and, sort of a bit of safety in numbers. And yeah, so all the mothers go have birth in the same spot, and this is the offspring.
What happens to these babies now?
So these guys will be released in National Park, far away from any human interaction.
And, nowhere near schools or homes or anything.
No, definitely not.
And, look, I don't know whether David would dub it, so it's a beautiful house out here at Horsley Park, but it is a Slytherin house. Apparently the snakes might come back if they like the spot.
So, yeah, the females will come back if the mulch pile is left. They are known to come back and...
You can hear Jack's pulling the volume down. Jack's had enough of
That's
the clip.
enough, yeah.
It's enough.
102 of the venomous snakes under the house there. That's
got it, yeah.
Mother load. Slytherin. Get it?
Yeah, the Slytherin.
Really good.
What would you rate that one, Red? Oh,
0 out of 10.
Okay.
I am trying to play up the Aussie because we did get an Aussie Brad. I don't know if Jack's managed to find it yet. I'm trying to buy him a little time here.
I see. Gotcha.
Let's go to some dog clips.
You have any dogs go on stairs?
We got dogs on stairs. Let's go.
Oh, what a coincidence! Because I was just wondering.
They all do it differently. You tell me which one's yours. That's non-traditional. All right.
Oh, that's in my house.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, Brett, there's your nuts. An open fire. What? Come on. Go back legs.
Got the back.
Oh dear.
Ready to go?
Put some carpet on those stairs. Oh, see, I mean,
no.
Does it meet your standard of surfing, chick?
The stairs.
Anyway, lots of stairs, probably.
how else a dog supposed to get those nuts scratched?
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
the corgis are great. Click, 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 click. It's because you don't have rug on your stairs, so they gotta.
That's why I had to get rid of my dog. That's why I had to get rid of my dog, Dean.
He was the one with the farts coming out every step.
Right. Now the Chiefs lost. It was a tough day for them, but that didn't stop the big three from going out and dancing. Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, they got together, and they're letting you know, look, it's just one game. We're still out here having fun and celebrating.
Boy, and this made it too today. Goodness.
Yeah.
We don't have the U.S. roster for the Four Nations.
Not today. Got 2 weeks of that shit. Flipping. Now, Jack, what's the story on Aussie Brad? Did we get a dump from RJ or not?
Yeah, we got him.
Yeah.
All right, let's close it out. It's
yelling.
a Monday Aussie Brad.
Yelling, shouting.
Boom, boom. Pinder, fucking retro. Look at Trigger. Look at him. He's such a noble creature, isn't he? Righto, boys. Sunday here. Now, getting ready for the game. right? Went to the casino. Went to Luke Coombs last night, boys. Luke Coombs. Then to the Cass. $50 I had. I did the old Donald Trump double up trick. $50 on red. Fucking bang! Double up again. Bang! Hit it again. Walked out with a fucking hammer. I came in my pocket. Pissed all night. Fucking came home. Got home at 6 in the morning. The wife was not that fucking happy, but she going to have to deal with bigger things than that. Now, my only vice today, boys, bit of vodka. Then I'm getting on the fucking hard shit. Gonna hit some brown liquor, boys. Fire up the fucking lights. Look at this. The fucking flames are on, boys. Sunday on the piss at fucking midday. Go Flames! Boom, boom! Keep punching, mate!
Fucking right.
You had to watch that Seattle game. I feel bad for him, but he was buzzed.
What a friggin' went to the casino, walked out with
Double
a
up,
K.
double up.
That's the Trump specialty, as he was saying.
Not sure if I get that, but yeah.
Red.
Double.
Yeah, the red.
Okay.
God, starting on the vodka, get into the brown liquor, Flames game coming on, getting ready for the game, sun's out.
Piss all day. Yeah.
It looks awful there.
Jeez.
I mean, you get Aussie Brad's place, Trigger looking royal and elegant as he is.
Majestic indeed.
But
Well,
then
what
maybe he's got the mulch pit in the back and the 102 red belly, whatever.
Oh, no, he's got his multiple pile further away. He's no dummy.
Yeah, no, he's in good. What a majestic creature! Is that what he said about Trigger?
Big.
He's got pulled up in what I'm guessing is his side by side. You should get one, Red.
I just got one.
Did you?
At the show last week that Pinder and I did.
Oh, nice. You want to go for a rip?
Street bike and side by side.
Nice. When are we taking her out?
Not we, me.
It's a side by side.
You know, bush party?
One, and then
Cold. It's too cold for you.
all right. Well, I'll be waiting.
All right.
Give me a
Bring my
ring.
dog.
Pinder Report on
Will you
Monday,
bring my dog?
Oh, he'll love it. He would love it.
Not in this weather.
Good stuff. Pinder Report brought to you by Village Honda. It's a test drive kind of day.
Yeah.
We've been saying you can go out in June when it's 22 degrees and
That's the point.
it handles really well. Yeah. Yeah, it will. But this is when you find out. You've been talking to me about this ridge line. Well, what about when it's a little bit slippery and when I need to come to a stop or I need to get going at a red light or once it turns green, I want to get going. You're going to want that all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
You're going to want that. What if, I need a little bit of clearance? Maybe I have to haul something, but I still want the comfort of a smooth ride, easy to park. It's the Honda Ridgeline. Black edition's nice, eh, Ryan?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
you could definitely take it out in June on bald, hot pavement or
You're going to love it.
dirt roads to Alex in rural Alberta.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep, you're going to love it. Honda Ridgeline, just one of the many great vehicles you can take out for a spin. Village Honda Northwest Auto Mall and online at villagehonda.com. EAGEL. Eagle. Yeah. Vina Nova.
Go.
This week?
That's right.
This week.
Friday. Hawaiian shirt day. Off day for barn burner. And Valentine's Day.
Oh, interesting. I see what you did there.
Market Mall. Calgary's lab-grown diamond specialist. The only store in Calgary that specializes exclusively in lab-grown diamonds. So you're not going to go in there. Well, which one's it's it? It's Vina Nova. This is where you get the lab-grown. These are the ones that are perfect. These are the ones that are pristine. They're made in a lab by people in white coats and
Goggles,
hairnets,
PhDs,
and
very smart people.
Yeah,
people smarter than us again.
Yeah, goggles,
safety. I wear.
They're wearing those, and what are you doing today at work? Oh, just whipping up the best quality diamonds you'll find on the planet. Oh, really? Where you making those in a lab? It's the only way to do it. If you want perfect diamonds, if you want the very best, they need to be made in a lab. That's right. That's what we're doing.
Sounds expensive though, Dean. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. we feel like we've kind of put ourselves in a bit of a pickle because we're making the perfect gems. They're actually way more affordable than the stuff that they're still digging out of the ground. I don't know who's still doing it. Some people are, I guess.
Cheaper than the dirty.
Yeah, because those are dirty. These are pristine and yet cheaper. So, like a lot cheaper. Sometimes like 75, 80% more affordable than dirty, dug out of the dirt diamonds. Lab-grown diamond has the same chemical composition and crystal structure as an earth mine diamond. And we can tell you, him and this one are all very satisfied Vina Nova shoppers. Our significant others have received Vina Nova presents, gifts, tokens of our affection, and they have all been very greatly appreciated.
Mementos of our love.
That's right. Yeah. Do it. Market Mall location. So much parking. I mean, when you're driving that ridge line, you're going to be able to park. Maybe you got a big rig. Maybe you got something, but go wheeling in there. This is no problem here at Market Mall. There's all kind of parking for days over here. Which way to Vina Nova? That's could be you. If
that is you, yeah.
Not sure who that would be, but yeah, if that is you, then you're in a great spot. Friday, Valentine's Day.
I love your big rig interpretation.
Yeah. Character, what's his name?
I'm gonna have to fill up with some diesel when I'm done here at the Market Mall.
Is that Chet?
Grab
Big Al, what's his name?
Bert.
Bert.
Yep, Bert.
Bert Fitz.
Wonder if they got an A&W in the food court.
Yeah.
I'd murder some of them onion rings.
I can confirm that Market Mall does.
Root beer, please. Onion rings. Good order. What do you do? Double teen? Matzo?
Any and all?
Yeah.
Yeah, no trick questions here, please.
Free plugs for A&W.
Better come on soon. Let's go.
That's right. Come on, A&W. Get on board.
Let's hit it. Love you. Want to talk about you?
Yeah. The official burger of Bert on Barn Burger. Vina Nova.
Big Rig Bert.
Big Rig.
Driving a dually? What's he driving, Dean?
Oh, it's for sure. Well, come on. How are you going to be hauling? I'm hauling donkeys, all kinds of stuff you need to do. Yeah.
Thought so.
Yeah. I saw somebody touting. Because we
touting.
Why don't we eat burgers for breakfast? When you think if you got lettuce and tomato,
I do eat burgers for breakfast. Who says you can't?
We've been talking about this for decades. Don't try and get in front of the queue here on the burgers for breakfast train.
Didn't we have a pizzas for breakfast thing? Where
yes,
bit of a tradition.
Yes, we did. We've done it all. Kind of like Vina Nova. We were at the. I mean, you can start talking. Oh, did you know about lab grown? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gross.
Oh, is it gonna be cold all week?
Looking that way.
We can only hope, Dean.
Damn. But today's kind of coldy, right?
Today is minus 20. Feels like minus 29 right now.
I'm considering a couple shows from out of this illustrious studio too.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
Some home shows.
You're just gonna bring a camera and plop it in front of any junk pile now? What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you got on the whiteboard? Because you got some things there to work on.
Wait, whoa! This is tomorrow's stuff.
Minus 13 tomorrow. Minus 11.
Oh, we're in tomorrow then. 4 shizzle.
13 Thursday. Minus 20 Friday.
Ooh, Friday's gonna be tough.
I don't like that Friday number.
Yeah.
I might need you to take Friday.
Because what else were we doing Friday?
Are you taking Friday off? You going to Chicago?
You're going to Chicago, Dean.
I'm not going to Chicago.
Oh.
What I'll do is I'll take the next Tuesday and then.
Oh, is that what you were wanting to do?
Either or. Right, you go to the mountains, the Bills. Get them all fired up for next year. That's why they lost Super Bowl, right? You said if I'm going to the.
Once Josh is married, I'm sure things will.
Yeah, it's
come our way.
Off now, yeah, it's going to change for sure. Yeti. Crave the cold. Extend your ice time with hard-hitting gear that's built to honor the toughest sport on earth. You know what I am? I'm in the market for a new cooler. And I've been online
Because
we've been doing
one?
We've been doing. I know. Yeah, I know. I've been talking about cleaning the house. Let's enough. So we have some of these little soft-sided coolers and things that you get. Oh, I wanted at a golf tournament. Oh, it came free with this. They all said sayonara, either on the weekend or in the last little bit. It leaks. It doesn't keep them cold or hot. It does. It's not. It's time.
It's time.
I'm stepping up my game because, as you know, I'm a Yeti guy.
Well, and also you're built for the wild, Dean.
I'm built for the wild, and I crave the cold. So,
yeah, Thursday you went to the Flames morning skate, and Brett and I did the show.
That's right.
We turned on your camera, and we put the giant red Flames Nation pond hockey tournament cooler on the desk and said, our promise to you, Barn Burner fans, is we're going to pretend to give this away, and Dean and I will have it this summer.
That's right.
See it in photos on social media and be like, isn't that the one they said they were going to give away?
Yeah.
But it'll be us using it because it's great and we love it.
Yeah.
So that's our promise to you, is to pretend to give that away, but actually keep it.
Yeah.
You can give it back and forth to each other.
Yeah, we can all
FlamesNation.ca, enter to win. But yeah, well, don't we use that for if we're going to the, it's out, babe. I'm sorry. I have a plan. I'm gonna guess. So I'm in
out of the barn.
Yeah, I'm in the market. Yeti.ca. Maybe while I'm there, grab the new grab a flask, some shot glasses. They got the new barware in there, the shaker cocktail maker. Grab the shaker, fill it with the liquid of your choosing, some ice in there, press lid to fit, twist on the cap, shake-a-rooney. Next thing you know, you're fancy folk. Or you're just drinking it right out of there. It's all up to you, I suppose.
You go that far, you probably should just pour it in a nice glass.
They got all kinds of things going on in there. They got kind of food containers for your leftovers. It's what, mugs and coolers. Well, yes, but it's a lot more than that.
I saw they had a bunch of Valentine's Day stuff up there.
They
too.
do. Yeah, they do.
Get your diamond and put it in a Yeti.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeti.ca. So for Bet365 now, football's over. Flames don't play for 2 weeks. What are we going to be? What do you want to do here for stuff?
Well, I mean, we're going to have some four nations, but again, there's only 4 nations in the 4 nations. And
how many?
You can't play yourself, so that means there's only 3 other teams to play.
Doesn't feel like much of a tournament. I feel like if you took your kid to a tournament and they had 3 teams, you'd be like, we drove all this way to play 3 teams?
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, we play you all the time. Why are we here?
Played you last week.
Yeah. But you know what? That's the great thing about 365 is it's a huge range of markets. Maybe sometimes you just need to dip a toe into something totally brand new.
Yeah. It's live right now.
World's largest sports betting platform. Download the app. Use the promo code NATION when you sign up if you haven't already. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. So we did not come through on the coin toss. Not ideal.
Or the octopus. Or the
octopus. There was no touchdown 2-point.
Or any other. That didn't work.
It would have been a good day for an octopus. The Chiefs were trying to do that all game.
Yeah.
There was opportunities.
And if they get this, it'll only be a 4-possession game.
Yeah. Here's what we got.
Oh, Rhett. Attaboy.
Reuse selections. Attaboy, Rhett. Bills to win outright. +700.
Hell yeah.
Canada opens up to
How could he fail?
Swedes are in trouble. You take one power play, Canada's going to have it in the back of your net in 10 seconds. Makar, McKinnon, McDavid, Crosby, Reinhardt. Nice.
Gotcha.
I put this to you, Pinder. Canada wins it. Will you get a Canadian tattoo?
No. They've won Olympics, and I have no interest in a Canadian tattoo. If I played on the team and won gold, I'd probably do something. But I do not play.
I think that's a long shot, so maybe the tattoo's not in your...
Kind of agree with you there.
Like Sean Kelso, hey?
Well, I was going to say we should call Kelso.
Where is he? A tramp stamp or a muscle or the band? What is he gonna?
No, he's with the team. He could give. Oh,
he said he had a tattoo.
We've let the cat out of the bag. That was going to be our inside scoops, Dean. We could have had
Kelso. That Kelso was with Team Canada.
No. Kelso could have been feeding us the goods on all the stuff
see.
that was going on.
But now that we've said his name, everyone's going to think he won't. So now we'll be even sneakier funneling us information.
Getting him in trouble. Loose lips, sink ships. Damn. Bet365. Download the app. Get the promo code. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? It's right there waiting for you. Whatever.
Seeing Skandvikens AIK and Bolnas GIF are in a real good bandy battle right now, Rhett. You can bet live in game. It's 3-1 for Bolnas. They're favored by 2.5 right now. You like bandy?
Not really.
Brandy and coffee is actually really delicious. Sneaky way to get drunk at work and no one knows, too.
I was going to say, I don't really have a good use for brandy. You're supposed to be able to cook with it or drink it. Or
Not a lot of booze mixed well with coffee. Brandy does.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Well, tomorrow.
Made from grapes, I believe.
Good to know.
I think we should bring Aussie Brad in on these Bet365. Some Aussie.
He's got, he found Wolf at like 40-1 somewhere. He wins that Calder. He's coming over to party. We got to go get some snipers for Celebrini and Hudson.
Well, I'll tell you. 4-game.
I'm not talking about hockey. I'm talking about Australian sports.
Yeah, what are they at? This Aussie rules season?
Got to be something going on in Australia. They're not sitting around doing nothing like us.
What about
weird tournaments in the middle of a season?
What about CONCACAF, Pinder? What's the CONCACAF situation now?
Well, I think we're into they're whittling the field of 30 plus down to 16, so we should have our next round of play pretty quickly here. UEFA's Champions League, Feb 11. That's tomorrow. Yes. Oh, PSG facing Brest. Your favorite, Dean.
GSP, like George St. Pierre, or
No,
PS?
Pierre Saint-Germain. Or Paris Saint-Germain.
The other way.
PSG against Brest. Juventus, PSG.
Christian
PSG.
McCaffrey.
Man City, Real. That's good. Wow.
Yes, man.
Sporting
It's
Lisbon.
not CONCACAF at all.
I feel like Pinder leans into this footy stuff because we know nothing about it. Just, it's CBDB. It's got
He's not watched a
Fu Manchu.
He's not watched
the
a
11th.
match in a decade.
Decade, come on.
Do you like Fu Manchu? Real strong in the box. I don't know, Pinder. You're the soccer guy.
Looks like we've got some buys going on here because Barcelona is playing the last 2 days.
He's gone. We've lost him, Dean.
Yeah. 600.
Well, that's going to do it for today. Sorry about the football game, guys. It wasn't much of a game. Congrats to the Eagles. Happy for Frank.
Yeah, Frank especially.
Isn't our buddy Casey at Greta a big Eagles guy? I think he's an Eagles fan.
My cousins, Nick and Kelby, they're pumped.
Oh, you know it is. Derek Newman, our boy that advertises on Afterburner. Real
yeah.
Huge Eagles guy.
I had no idea.
Fly Eagles, fly, go Birds.
Why the hell didn't you pick Philly, Dean? You've been to Philly. You love Philly.
You needed to be opposite George because otherwise we would have all been Eagles and they would have lost.
No, I'm talking about his stupid Bears fan. Bears fan. Oh,
hey, it's in my blood now. It's in my DNA, Rhett. You can't tell the heart what the heart wants. Something like that.
Yeah.
And somebody put on social media last night, you know what? Somewhere up there, Johnny and Matthew Gaudreau celebrating an Eagles championship. Right. Happy for the Gaudreau boys. Yeah. What is Frank doing in Montreal? Is like
the Four Nations is there, so he'll be reporting on the
Chez Paris, Chez Show, Montreal smoked meat.
Jack, we're supposed to be promoting a thing they're doing, right? There's some guys that were asked if they wanted to go to Four Nations and actually said yes.
Dusters
minus 20 here. I could be eating a smoked meat sandwich in Montreal with friends. Losers, shut me down.
What's your appetite? No. It's not too late, Ryan. It doesn't start till whatever Wednesday.
Get on the.
Yeah. You know what?
You should go on my own bill, but yeah,
yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
Oh, so the shitty shows that don't do any good, they get to go and you can't, I'd have a freak out.
No. Dean just had to say we should send Pinder, and instead he was like, "Don't care, really hungry."
Well, why the hell does he get to speak for us?
He doesn't, but he sure
it was really just kind of a, hey, in the event.
How come they didn't ask me?
Well,
in the event of what? They were going. It's happening. What do you mean in the event? It's a tournament. Here are the dates. Here are the cities.
In the event that we do some shows, or if we're going to do anything at the Four Nations, what would your appetite be, or would you have any interest? And
in lockstep, we said yes, no at the same time.
Nah. Yes. So I don't know. I guess they heard no. Who's doing the show, Jack? Do you know? I mean, I can look for the email.
I'm guessing you Remchuk and Frank. And
did they all go? You think?
Yeah, Tyler's there. Frank's there.
Tyler was
no
tweeting
one knows
lines.
who these people are.
Tyler's there, eh?
Yes, he's everywhere.
Yeah. Well, he's good. Yeah.
Keeps losing us at pond hockey. I don't know he's that good.
Guess there's more to life than pond hockey.
They're there for 10 days,
right? Of course, but it would be fun.
Brought to you by. Do you have the thing? Because I see there's a thing.
What's the thing?
What the hell are you talking about?
There's like a graphic for it.
Not the graphic.
The one I just showed?
Did you show it? Well, I'm on my email looking for it. Show it again.
This has been up for
there it is. Yeah. Because I got to click away from my thing to go look at the thing.
That was great.
The Daily Faceoff live crew is hitting the road and going live on location from Four Nations, bringing you exclusive coverage straight from the tournament. From February 10th to 20th, they've got live shows every weekday, breaking down the biggest stories, key matchups, and all the action as it unfolds. They'll be watching some of the league's best players go head-to-head, representing their countries, battling for international glory in a tournament packed with intensity and high-stakes hockey.
Right.
Don't miss a second. Subscribe to the Daily Faceoff YouTube channel and follow on all social platforms to stay locked in. They'll be bringing you insider analysis, on-the-ground coverage, and maybe even a little chaos. Because, let's be real, it's international hockey. Daily Face-Off Live, on location from Four Nations, February 10th to 20th.
10 days?
Brought to you by Bet365 and JP Wisers, apparently.
Yes, look at Pinder right now. That's how he would, that would be 1 day in.
The 10th to 20th.
That's 10 days, Dean.
You did 4 in Penticton, and I mean, come on now.
Oh, by the way, I need a room in Penticton. Can you get me one?
Do you?
Yeah, I'll put a call in for you.
Thanks, buddy.
What are you doing there?
Can't tell you.
Okay, cool.
Kids hockey.
I'll get you that room rate. I just can't tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Do you wish you went now, Dean?
No, God, no. He doesn't want to leave his house.
I kind of wish you went.
Minus 25. It'd be great for the show if he went, because he'd be miserable and the shows would be amazing.
Yeah, I would go, and it's just now time to head over to the Misery Cam, brought to you by JP Wisers. It would just be me around town, around the rink. This is just the worst thing ever.
I think what would be great is if we went and didn't mention the tournament, and it was all just, and today we're going to go eat this food, and then
I have
go here for these
amazing,
and then we got dinner here.
I have an amazing food court in Montreal. I'd take you to, Dean. You wouldn't leave. You wouldn't leave.
Yeah. This is the old Montreal Forum. Now it's a grocery store. Let's go to the produce section. Where's the bakery? Play to your strengths. They should have taken us in the end. Now that you think about it, they're missing out.
Yeah, weird.
Taking your Remchuk? All right. I guess so. He must have said yes when they asked him.
Pinder, I think, is upset about this.
I know he is.
You want to go?
Look, it's too long. It would be, my wife would want to kill me. You know how these things go.
With that, they all want to kill us anyway.
I know, and that's the thing.
And they act that way, then they're happy when we're gone anyway.
I was going to say,
it's Montreal and Boston. Those are fun cities. We know this.
Are they going back to back? They're going to Montreal and Boston?
Yes. The tournament switches to Boston halfway through.
That's stupid.
Dean
shipping up off to Boston.
We could have went to that speakeasy, Dean.
I'm not sure. Can Canadians still go to the U.S.? Can you still go to?
We are American, you dummy. Trump said it yesterday.
Oh,
get that.
So everything's good then?
Yes,
all right.
just go.
Because I'm hearing boycotts and all this sort of thing are going on. Ketchup, I don't even know what's happening. I don't pay attention.
I'd order Yingling. I'd support the economy in Boston. Now that I know how to say it.
Yeah.
Ding-a-ling.
You were next to me for that, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And then I think you bought 100 of them.
Well, that was the first I ordered. I was better at ordering them after.
Yeah. So how much?
You would have thought.
Did somebody just challenge you to a how many bottles of beer can you hold at once contest? Because that's what it looked like. Congratulations, you're the winner. So I guess you know what, we should check in with Noodles and see what he's not doing anything, right? He's going to have.
They're not right holders, so he won't.
But I do wonder if some of these working media folk, if they're taking time off.
I thought actually when you were doing something I didn't care to listen to, in my head, I started I had the Masters moment and I started thinking about stuff. And I was like thinking about the guys because they're probably on a boat right now in the Caribbean. And I thought maybe that would be good. So instead of Montreal, maybe we should plan a trip to a ocean resort type of thing.
Maybe the Gulf of America has a boat for us.
Yes, there you go.
There. Yeah, it's lovely there, I hear. I was sort of, it's...
What?
I kind of got
it on the go.
No, I just guy that I know and said we should go fishing, but he's kind of talking about yeah, okay, let's definitely go. We'll go ice fishing, but the place he wants to go ice fishing isn't the fishing's no good.
Ice fish out my back door and catch fish all day.
I don't want to just sit in a friggin' hut and talk to you with no chance of catching fish. No, thank you for that.
So why don't we just move the location? Is that a problem to do that?
Well, here's another one of those things. I like the idea, but I feel like now that the break has begun, we should have planned ahead.
Us not planning?
How the hell's that going to work?
I just wondered if we knew that there was a 2-week break here and we were going to go.
It's the way to do it, Dean. Then you know you want to do it. You plan ahead. You get up. If you plan ahead, you think you want to do it. You're not sure ever.
You give yourself too much time just to cancel it.
Yeah,
like a trip to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's put a list together. So what's the lead time? I mean, if
2 weeks of this, you want to?
If we're going to be spontaneous,
could we sell it to the bosses as we're going to go to Mexico and find some hockey teams and players hanging out, and we're going to do some interviews,
reporting. Yeah.
So yeah, some. That's how to
maybe
do
not the hockey angle. I don't know. Mexico,
or just we were looking.
Well, if that's where the hockey players are, then
yeah, I was gonna say. And then when you don't have any hockey, well, they didn't tell us where they were going, so it was more just
wrong resort.
Wrong resorts down there. Yeah.
Uyghur was hammered. He was so mad at Team Canada not taking him. We couldn't air it. Yeah.
Yeah. He found out Doughty was going, and they cross-checked that guy in the back, and they called another guy in a penalty, and they lost to the Kraken. And man,
tough stretch.
Tough stretch. I wonder what Conroy is doing.
Nothing.
Because there's no trade freeze. You can
Just
still be working.
Sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah. Making sure Kevin Ball's on the elliptical.
Kevin Bahl.
Keep going.
Kev, I hope you're in the tropics, buddy. This would suck.
Yeah.
All your teammates.
Minus 27.
Justin Kirkland's probably limping around with some air cast. He's even there. Come on.
I was thinking like Daryl, if Daryl was running things, he would make sure those guys are there. But then Daryl would be like probably up in Viking calving or something.
Yeah.
So it'd be a tough.
Yeah. Or yelling at the cows for not calving.
That too. Yeah.
But
you know what? I'm around now.
You know how cold it is next week. You better do it now.
Look at you. Well, tomorrow's a show.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday. When's so again, I've asked.
Kids are out of school this week.
Kids are out of school Thursday, Friday, Dean.
When does the thing start? The Canada plays when? But is that game one of the tournament, or is there game one?
Canada, Sweden, Wednesday. Thursday.
On location? Are we doing shows? Are we eating pizza? Let's go. Let's do something. I'm ready.
You want to do an on location show?
Yeah, let's do it.
We don't want to leave the house, let alone set up
get
somewhere
pizza
else.
involved.
If there's
Brett wants to
pizza
do
involved,
those.
we could probably do that.
That's true.
We got a lot of pizza bets to settle up, Jack.
Not our pizza bet though.
He's not coming.
Damn.
I don't want Jack anywhere. I
be
risked
healthy
it
by
last week.
Well, he's
There we
got
go.
some. Was it long haul? I mean, it's not. It's not good.
Brett's advising him to drink some sort of a horse steroid. What do you got for him, Brett?
Yes, get it in.
It's an elixir.
Intoxicating elixir.
Yeah, you won't feel better, but you'll just have other things that are hurting you more than what's
Be
hurting you
distracted.
right now. Yeah, that's right. Ah, men, we appreciate you. Stay warm, be safe, support the sponsors.
Hey, Valentine's Day is Friday. Let's not.
Valentine's Day's
we're
Friday.
Procrastinators. We're idiots. Like, let's
Get a
get ahead.
card. Get a lab-grown diamond.
Let's go.
Plan something. Don't be a doofus, because I've said this, but like with you think you have 3 or 4 days, you don't. 1 or 2 days is going to be, oh crap, I got to go do this, and well, I'm not going to get home till what time? I guess I'm not doing that on.
Too flipping busy that day.
That's right. Just go do it. Go and do it today. Vita Nova or wherever you can. I mean, definitely Vita Nova. Say hi to Bert.
Unless you're getting a car.
He'll be the one in the dually. Oh, geez. You're right. Say hey. Super chat. Jack, you got it. You got it.
On the ball, Jack.
How about Jack? Good work.
I was waiting for you to finish talking, and then he went
Well,
straight for the hard outro.
That's we do have a super chat. You just come on now. I'm an idiot. I don't remember anything. The super chat brought to you by us for the youth centers of Calgary. $2.
Brought to you by Eric.
$2.79. Not sure how to feel about that. Go Canada, except McDavid. Also 55. Eric. Only because it's for the kids. Did we show the guys on Afterburner?
Yes,
They're really anti McDavid to the point that they're
not even cheering for Canada.
Their birth certificates don't matter. They cannot cheer for Canada because McDavid's on the team.
We played it the other day on the show. Was it the day
right.
you weren't here?
No, we did play because I couldn't remember if I saw it
amazing.
here, but it's been on. It's shown up on my social algorithm a few times as well.
Sensational work, fellas.
Yeah. They were also quite upset. Take it down. They were very upset over the result on Saturday. I saw.
Yeah.
They didn't like.
Wolf should have got the shutout.
They thought Wolf should have the shutout. They're not fond of Huberdeau's haircut. They're not sure what's going on. It's a little too high and tight. Something I'm not sure.
High, very tight.
Yeah. It all culminated in a tough loss, I think, and a
They
disappointing
were
and sour post-game show. Yeah.
They were not handling it well.
No.
I do enjoy those fellas.
Yeah, good boys, sweet boys. Another super chat from Ken. Word is Hughes went to management after an incident so bad and asked Miller to be moved. Rhett, has that ever happened to any team you played for?
Well, is that truth or is that?
Well, that's word is
right.
The word is.
Word is.
And the word probably on the internet is where it came from. So,
which makes it
definitely
legally binding.
Yeah.
No, that has never happened on a team because I played on teams.
That's right.
Were there any teams where you wish you'd gone to management to get a guy punted?
Nope.
You should have seen this incident.
We did it in-house.
Handle it. Leadership qualities.
I mean, I guess that's being a captain, getting someone run off your team.
Hey, they're playing better. You knew what was up.
This guy's no good for the room. Get him out of here.
Yeah, we'll get around.
We need some leaders. We need some leaders in the room. I'm not just going to trade a guy. Well, I thought that was what this was. I was trying to be a leader by get out of here, you. It looks like another one just came in. I'm not sure.
Keep them coming.
Dan Sallows, $5. Hey, Rhett, can you please stop giving out life advice on the show? My sister now can't be around her kids unless she's drunk and no longer likes dogs.
You're rubbing off on people. Interesting.
Dan, that's what I'm here for. If I'm not offering life advice, what am I offering advice on?
Yeah, that's true.
So is she living your life? That's the cues she's taking from you, is
doesn't like dogs anymore.
getting drunk and
Parenting.
not liking dogs. I'm sorry, Dan.
Drunk.
Dan's sister.
I can tell you right now, you're always happier drunk parenting than sober.
Yeah. Jeremy's in for 5. Go Swedes.
You should, if you've got another 5, Jeremy, go put it on the Swedes. And
or Jeremy, head on over and look at the Elias Lindholm fourth line center
yes,
team. And
no, here's the thing. That's what he's
been
waiting for. He's been focused. He wants to help Team Sweden. He wasn't going to give it all for the Bruins till after the Four Nations Face-Off. It's called the Four Nations Face-Off. Dean.
That's right.
That's a good movie, Nick Cage.
Yeah. Travolta.
It's confusing though because you look at him and you thought it was the one guy, but
Halle Berry, is that the one with Halle Berry?
I like Halle Berry.
I don't think so.
Big fan.
Was Halle Berry in Face Off?
No idea.
Castor Troy. He was a mean dude. He did some inappropriate things to that flight attendant. And then I believe he shot her and pushed her out of the plane.
Oh dear, that's a tough way to go.
Castor Troy, evil dude.
Well, when you sign up to be a flight attendant, there's a lot of risks involved.
Swordfish, says Walshy.
Thank you, Walshy. That's correct.
And why do you remember Halle Berry specifically from one of those movies, Red? What was it? A certain performance?
Gorgeous.
Her cans were out. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna
Back to the Janet Jackson.
I believe she was sun tanning.
Oh, baby.
It's amazing what we remember.
Great movie.
What'd you do yesterday? Swordfish, sun tanning, boobs. Jeremy back in for another 5. He just threw it in. I hate McDirtbag.
Okay.
Pinder, what's going on?
Are you all right?
Jeremy. I'm missing that.
The full lean back, hat off, and yawn.
I'm going to nap today, I think.
Are you?
How hard were you acting? Like, what was your personality on Saturday night?
He had a great week. And
can you imagine the smell behind the bench with Pinder and his dumb drunk buddies?
We were not drunk.
No wonder the kids didn't win.
Yeah, shocker.
Kids worked hard, lost in the final. Heartbreak Hotel. Clawed back from 3-0, got a lead. Coughed it up late. A lot of tears.
I said it before the show. There's lots of losing in life.
Not your fault.
These are good life lessons. Get used to it, kid. But I kind of like winning. Yeah, I know.
That's the problem.
Too bad.
And we'll see you.
Hey, Jack.
Everyone.
Hey, Jack. Too bad.
Too bad.
People were happy for Kenny Pickett, though. You didn't enjoy that? People are.
I'm
Don't
mad. Reminded of how far away the Steelers are from winning anything.
Is this happening again where we're dragging out for?
Yes, it is. That's correct.
Yes.
No, it's not. I forgot about the super chats. If Jack would have said earlier, "Hey, we've got super chats," I'd have got to it.
If they keep sending super chats, we have to keep going.
That's right. We can't stop the
I got
show.
a top 5 shawarma spot I got to hit.
Write it on the whiteboard.
We got on the whiteboard.
See you, buddies.